Hi guys! Today I'm going to talk to you about Gemini, the sun sign of Gemini, the twins. We all know the symbol. They rule the third house, so after Aries and Taurus. Aries was the ruler of the first house, Taurus was the ruler of the second house, and in the zodiac chart, Gemini, late spring, rules the third house. That means that they rule short distance travel, communication of all sorts, and the media, marketing, public relations, sales. I'm gonna tell you a bit more about that later. So basically, the people who are born under the Gemini sun sign are renowned. They're famous for their duality, I might say, and it's not just a duality, it's basically human nature and its various sides. So I, as a person, although I'm not a Gemini, I have multiple sides to my personality. A Taurus might have multiple sides to their personality. A Gemini embraces all their personality sides, and there they are. They rule communication. They're an air sign. That makes them intellectual, very, very smart. Like I said, Gemini rules communication of all sorts. And in general, they tend to act as collectors of information. They're very good project managers because somehow in the multitude of sources that are constantly coming their way, they manage to sort out all that information and somehow make sense of it. They talk a lot. I have a lot of Gemini friends. Hi there, guys. And oh my god, they love to talk. They can talk your ears off if the case is. They're very good friends. Like I said, I get along very, very well with them. I'm an Aquarius, so they're a fellow air sign. We love to engage in intellectual conversations. We are both argumentative. Oh my god, Gemini can be the devil's advocate to such an extent you could not believe it. They gather information, like I said. They are like the constant child, forever young, on the lookout for the next big thing. They're always attuned to trends. Geminis love fashion because fashion is always changing, like their preferences. They're a mutable sign that makes them super adaptable in any types of situations. They find it so easy to engage in conversations with anyone, really, but that also makes them very non-committal. Why is that? Because they can be committed to this, and they can be committed to this, and a lot of other things at the same time. So they don't really get the idea of fixity, like Taurus, like Scorpio, like Aquarius. So they are always on the lookout for the next big thing, and they don't want to miss out. That's the thing, because if they get attached to something, they feel like they might be missing out on God knows what. I have to say, in love, in romantic relationships, that is not necessarily the most desirable quality. My Gemini friends, like I said, non-committal. Super non-committal. And you guys know what I'm talking about. They can be very in love. They can be smitten with someone, and then someone new pops up, and ooh, they kind of tend to forget about what they felt like a few days ago, maybe. I've been watching this video, and someone was saying about Gemini that they don't have like a dual personality. They have multiple personalities, and they black out and have another personality. Well, I guess that's a bit of an exaggeration, but you do get what I mean. So they change their mind really, really often, and that's not a bad thing. It's just the way they are. But for fixed signs in particular, that's something that kind of drives them nuts. So if you're a fixed sign, what can I say? Good luck with your Gemini friends / partner. Body-wise, Gemini rules the arms. So, quick tip, if you're in a shindig with a Gemini, that's kind of their erogenous part as well, so take care of their arms. They like to work out their arms so they can be really good tennis players. More about, let's say, their professional kind of inclinations. They are the salesman of the zodiac. They can pitch anything to anyone at any time, and they might not even know that much about the topic that they're delving into, but that doesn't matter really. A Gemini just doesn't stop. They're ruled by Mercury. That makes them super witty, like I said, super smart, interested in learning all the time. Love-wise, again, they get really well. So for potential marriage, Sagittarius is their opposite sign. And if you think of Gemini like the perfect student, the eternal student, Sagittarius is the eternal teacher. Sagittarius is wisdom. Sagittarius loves to preach. And Gemini is going to be taken aback by Sagittarius's wisdom, and they're going to be like, oh my god, I could learn from this person forever. So yeah, marriage might work really well for you guys. You can also get into business together, so yeah, keep that in mind. I've got to say, one of the most permanent drawbacks of Geminis in general is their inconsistency. I've mentioned that before. And they find it hard to finish things because they're so mutable and they're always searching. Their mental radar is always on. They find it hard to focus on one single thing. So that, my friends, is your kind of challenge. You're really fun people to be around. You are very optimistic, although you've got this tendency to be, let's say, upset when there are smarter people in the room than yourself, because you tend to think of yourself as very witty, which you are, but sometimes you've got this tendency to prove to someone else that you are smarter than them. You know more than they know. You have access to more information than they have access to. You're the perfect journalist. Again, research, that comes naturally to you. And not in the sense of Scorpio research, like detective-wise. No, you are open about it. You want to know everything about anything. So, my friends, that's about it. So if you're a Gemini sun sign or your rising sign is Gemini, this kind of is all about you. Tag your Gemini friends and please feel free to ask anything about Geminis, okay?